Winter's Crown
Better in the
Zephiel.
archetype.
This guy is 48 HP, 38 attack, 19 speed, 38 defense, 36 res. So you were right about his stat spread being impressive.
Yeah. 179 BST sword armor with defense super.
Defense super boon. 42 defense. Doesn't that take him to like Forsyth level?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why Forsyth specifically, but where's
because he's essentially Red Forsyth then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Weapon wise, yeah.
You big Dumbo.
Forsyth. Took me a second. Yeah, Forsyth has 39 defense, and I can't remember if he has a super boot or not. Let me double check. He doesn't. Yeah, so let's just assume here neutral, so I don't fudge any numbers. Forsyth has 1 less HP, 2 more attack, 1 more speed, 1 more defense, and 3 less res.
Wow, they are incredibly comparable.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but of course the difference is that Forsyth will have a slight advantage just because of his weapon. That's about it.
Yeah. So Zephiel is in a unique place that almost no red units are actually this tanky.
Yeah. Now, for me, he's still the most underwhelming because of his kit. His kit is super simple.
His kit is super underwhelming. Nino's doesn't make sense, but his is underwhelming.
Oh, actually, you're right about that. You know, Nino's both fighter. It might as well not be there. And if you look at it that way, it's very similar.
Yeah.
But that's not the case because Bull Fighter is there. Even if it doesn't make sense, it makes her a better, more valuable fodder at least. But Zephiel,
right?
He has Bell Ringer. I kept saying Bell Ringer or something. Bell Ringer, Glacies, Vengeful Fighter 3, Defense Res Gap 3. So if you guys forgot what Bell Ringer does, same idea. Every time he attacks, he heals 5 HP. Luckily, that synergizes super well with Vengeful Fighter, and that's about it.
Yeah, no, he's perfectly synergized with that. If he has distant counter, then you're in good hands.
Why did they just give him PC? What the hell?
Then 2 units would have had DC, and this guy would have been ridiculous for not having.
I guess, but you just shot Zephiel in the foot. This guy doesn't stand on his 2 feet.
I kind of wish Fort Defres 2 was a skill that could appear on its own, but that he would get Fort Defres 3, because that would work.
Okay, so and since we're there, of course, the 2 best skills for him, Fort Def and DC. That's it for his A skill. And his B skill could be Vengeful Fighter, which works really well, but also Special Fighter.
Yep.
Because if you just run QR on him, he's like a Nagi scenario. But again, if you have Nagi or somebody, you probably don't want to do that because you only have 1 QR. So how would you build him? I think you keep Bellringer because it just makes perfect sense on him.
You could run like Vanguard or Safeguard rather, or Barrier Blade if you're really worried about bulk. Or you could do a Sling Sustain build off of Aether or something like that. But reasonably, Bellringers are very solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
That Vengeful Fighter range.
I would keep it because here's the thing: you can have like extra 7 defense, but what if you go against a dragon, right? Just healing up plus 5 HP in both defense and res scenarios just makes more sense.
Yeah. Not to mention, you run plus Dev Zephiel with res refine. That's 42. No, that's 53, 42, 40 bulk.
By the way, why does he have Glacies? Ignis would make more sense.
It would make more sense, but then again, they're trying to show off the fact that he has really high res compared to the original Zephiel. Which, in that note, why don't I bring out the original Zephiel?
Oh, yeah. He slaughters himself, his older version.
Oh, he does. So, original Zephiel has 7 more HP. 3 less attack. So, OG's, even with X-Sox, the original Zephiel has less. 3 less speed, equal defense, and 12 less res.
What the? What?
Yeah, you can see where all that BSD went.
Imagine the younger version of yourself power creeps the older version of yourself.
Yeah, and you can even,
that makes no sense.
If you argue for X-Sox, you could argue there are better weapons to use than that.
Sorry, what's the BSD difference between those two?
Let's see. If I remember, Zephiel's 168, so we have BS 11.
11. Okay, well that makes sense, but jeez.
Yeah.
Are there any real comparables to Zephiel otherwise? Because I feel like there's high defense red armors, but not high defense and res.
Very few units in the entire game have good mixed bulk on reds. Ironically, one of the most comparable is Tharia.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, it's one of the only comparisons I can immediately think of. She has 5 less HP, 4 less attack, 1 less speed, 4 less defense, and equal res.
That is actually super comparable.
Zephiel only is beaten out by Floor, both of them in res.
I see.
Otherwise, he's the highest res for reds.
That is crazy. You would not expect him to be that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Still, I am underwhelmed, but at least for Wales, it won't matter because they'll be like, oh, he's just missing DC or Fortress Def Res, so they'll have no problems with it.
Yeah.
For other players, that's a pretty gaping hole because those skills are expensive.
Yeah, no, you gotta figure out, like, it's really hard to get a good A slot for tanks in the free-to-play pool right now. We're getting there. Like, I think you could run Bracing Stance off Conrad if you're really worried about that. You could run Mirror Stance, or even, I think, Sturdy Stance right now would be a decent option. But
yeah, Sturdy Stance would be good.
Yeah, they're all pretty relatively expensive, though, so you gotta pick and choose your battles. That said, he's got a really high ceiling investment, whereas, I mean, she works so much better with Special Fighter, but you don't need to switch out a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Zephiel, you have to find a way to fix that ace. But once you do, you have yourself a very interesting tank that very few units actually do right now.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. Zephiel impresses me with his stats, but that's the only thing impressive. I think his skill kit makes it hard for me to go for him.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. It's like, I was waiting for his stats. This kit is not very impressive, but his stats is why I like him, and I can still hold that.
Summer Hellbindi was one of the arguments here, but
I could do that.
That's actually kind of interesting, because I believe up till res, it's all virtually the same.
Yeah, well, Summer Hellbindi has 4 less HP, 2 less attack, 1 less speed, 1 less defense, and 3 less res.
Okay, so Zephiel's just 100% better, except he's armored, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, Summer Hellbindi is the only infrared, and Zephiel's one of the only tanky armors.
I see.
Along with Idun and Winter Tharia.
Yeah, so tanky infantry versus tanky armor. Actually, Idun, that's a good point, even though they're very different.
Yeah, Idun, a little different. She has 3 less HP, 3 less attack, 7 more speed, 1 more defense, 2 less res.
Wow, they're actually pretty comparable.
Yeah, Idun has a little less in HP, attack, and res, but she is way faster.
And she has her immaculate breath, so...
Yeah. No, Idun, she is pretty much everywhere, but she fills the tank role in a similar way to Zephiel.
Yeah, okay, so with that said, if you have a Dune, if you have somebody who's...
If you have a good Idun, then you probably don't need Zephiel.
I don't think you...
Unless you want the sword.
Really needs Zephiel either way. Because I think you can make do with, like, Arden or something. I know Arden won't have the res, is the thing.
He doesn't even have close to enough res. That's 16.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, Zephiel, I can't say he's, like, necessary, because...
Oh, no, I wouldn't say he's necessary.
Yeah.
Obviously. Like, Sothis is necessary. Nino and Zephiel, not so much.
I think he's an interesting project for, like, Wales or something, is what I see.
No, exactly. Like, he's got a very interesting way to use him about him. It's just that he isn't exactly out the gate, like, at the early onset, ridiculous.
Okay, let's go on to Marth, because that's probably the most interesting hero here. Well, I can't really say that.
I don't know.
Because I'm so biased with Sothis, but he's very interesting as a dual hero.
I can definitely say I think I'm still more terrified as, but Marth is, of course, bringing his work to the table.
Okay, so this Marth is 42 HP, 36 attack, 41 speed, 30 defense, 25 res. He's a dual hero. It's him and Elice, his sister.
Who looks almost exactly like Lucina.
Which you can see the genes pass over.
Uh-huh. Kind of weird. Just a little. As far as the unit's concerned, Marth Elice duo is a 174 BST colorless infantry armor with defense super bane and speed res super boon.
Wait, you said 174?
Correct.
Does that make him the highest BST archer? His only competition was Alm, Norn, and
He has no competition.
yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah. Uncontested, he is the highest. Norn is currently his best competitor at 168.
Okay. Another barrier broken today, guys. We have the highest VSD hero period in Sothis.
It had to happen at some point. Jacob was waiting too long.
I know, Jacob's been there since his first year, so it's about time. But still, guys. But here's the thing. We all know that one day in the future, PT.2 will be power creep, so...
I'm terrified to see how they do that, but you are right.
I know, but like we saw Sothis. She's absolutely terrifying, but yeah. Okay, so real quick, Marth. His BST doesn't even explain everything because it goes even higher, is the crazy.
Yeah. Like Sothis, he's a stat ball.
He's a stat ball. So for people who forgot, he has Tangerer.
Tangersnir? Tangersnir?
Tangersnir? Okay, whatever. It gets him speed +3, effective against flying, of course. And if there's a bonus on the hero, he gets +3 to all his stats, I believe. Bonuses such as rally or armor march.
Yeah. By the way, for anybody who's curious, it's reset. Yeah.
Oh, reset. This is officially out now.
So you can live pick while we're doing this.
And he also gets like a heavy blade effect. Every time he attacks, it's an extra cooldown. And of course, he also has fire. Well, the heavy blade effect only works if he has the buff, by the way. It's the same thing with the stats. Now,
correct.
He also has Fire Emblem, which is like Sothis' special. It's based on 30% of speed, turning into damage. But unlike Sothis, instead of healing, it buffs himself. So he's +4 to everything, to him and his nearby allies. Or is it all allies?
All allies.
Jesus Christ, that's so good. Fire Emblem's great.
Fire Emblem's a great support.
And then he has attack speed form, just like Nino, which is up to +7 more attack and speed based on allies within 2 spaces, up to 3. He also has Daring Fighter, which we explained earlier, but it's basically partial null, so it prevents like null follow-up. And so if your hero has like Bullfighter or whatever, it doesn't work on him.
Yep.
Or prevents units follow-up attacks, so like Worries as well.
It breaks Worries.
Breaks Worries as well. Okay, and it also has Desperation because it's if he's under 80%, he gets attack before his opponent gets attack. So it's actually 2. That's, by the way, Daring Fighter is such a broken skill. It's so good. It was made for fast armors, and now we got the fast armors to use it. And then he finally has Joint Hone Speed, which is adds 5 speed to himself and a nearby ally if they are next to him at the start of the turn. So Marth is really, really good. He is just like Sothis in being very, very unique and powerful heroes. Oh, and his dual skill. His dual skill is crazy because it's but it's bonus doubler, and he also buffs everybody by 3. So he actually buffs everybody by 6 because they get +6. And I believe it's now verified it works on everybody but infantry.
Yeah.
His base kit is amazing. Would you switch anything? He's armor, guys gotta consider that. So attack speed form's hard to ditch. Because 1, armor is hard to like keep, like it's hard to use solo on armor heroes because they don't break formation really easily. And attack speed form is great because again, he doesn't break formation easily. Daring Fighter makes perfect sense. One of the best B skills for fast armor, so I definitely keep that. Fire Emblem, of course, you keep. His bow, you keep. So it's the only thing you can change is A and C skill. So what would you think?
Realistically, I would only change his C at best.
Yeah, I think I might go Armor March just so he can move easier. But that's about it.
Yeah, getting that move. I mean, the movement buff means he doesn't have to actually have a buff in order to get his weapon. And given that he's supposed to be all about movement and stuff, he kind of wants the speed. I mean, the mobility.
Okay, but yeah, if you guys get him his buff, he's essentially +3 to everything, and his base speed therefore becomes 44, 47. And then if you have the Joint Hone Speed, it gets to 52, and if you have attack speed form, it can get it to even 59.
Yep.
He's
so stupid.
It's so stupid. Like, it's the first time ever in this game that's we have heroes with like speed-based specials that actually hit like crazy numbers. Don't get me wrong, like maxed out Iras or whatever would still do it back in the day, but we haven't seen that since, essentially.
Yep.
So he can't serve as backup for Legendary Eliwood when it's not win season. Yeah, he can't. Basically, his bonus doubler effect only works on armor and flies, whereas Eliwood, but he can catch more heroes. So if you don't have any infantry in your team, Marth works better there.
Yeah, and if you're not worried about attack, like peak attack.
Okay, but I think the more important thing is to compare him against other top archers because he might have just found himself in top archer lane. But here's the thing, he's armored. You guys gotta remember that.
Yeah, no,
He doesn't
I think
move
that he's probably the... I'm saying third best archer.
Ooh,
Personally.
third. Ooh, okay.
Comparing to Leaf, mostly. Because of Leaf's mobility, plus Meister Boken and Jotun Seal.
Yeah, and his special. Really. And of course, Alm, good old Alm. It's very hard to argue against him as well, considering he just smashes armors. One of the most frequent things you fight in this game.
Yep.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Jacob still puts up a good fight, but I want to hear that. The difference between him and Jacob.
Poor Jacob. Same HP, 1 less attack. It's 18 less speed, 3 more defense, and 7 more res.
Wait, Jacob actually has more defense than res?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jacob's still a tank.
And the difference between attack is just 1, right?
Yep.
Wow. Jacob actually still stays competitive because essentially the BST all it went to was speed, and Jacob just uses bold fighter anyway, so he doesn't care.
Yep.
Of course, Marth is better dual faced, but Jacob doesn't really care otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like quads go, Marth is just a little better and can use his speed to his advantage. So there's that. But Jacob is a better survivalist if he has to get hit.
Oh, that's actually, by the way, that means Jacob is still every bit as relevant.
No, yeah. Not to mention the fact that he already is out there.
So yeah, if you have Jacob, don't go be like, oh, I gotta get this Marth. Though Marth has different roles and will have better utility overall, but that Jacob of yours is still very much relevant.
It's basically how it is.
Is there anything else to say about Marth? How high is his attack reach, by the way?
With his kit?
Yeah.
50, 53. With the Fire Emblem, he could get up to 58 base. With his attack speed form, that's 65.
65? Okay.
Yeah, off his kit alone.
Now, how useful is Marth? Because here's the thing. If he weren't armor, I would say in Aether raids he would be immaculate, but because he is armor, and it doesn't work on infantry...
He's mostly going to be a backline buff bot with a small chance of being lines.
That's so
That
awkward.
said, you could do armor boots to give him a pretty quick...
Oh yeah, you should give him armor boots. But if you give him armor boots, if he's a support hero, usually you want him to grab the chills or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is awkward. You're right. Would I use Marth in Aether raids if I got him? That is, I don't even know where I put him.
I'm not sure either.
I think you would have to make a team with Marth in mind, because Marth can create really interesting situations. Like, if you have double bonus doubler, well, they would have to actually use bonus doubler, because it doesn't work on infantry. Or you run Legendary Ellie would. Oh, but that's not even consistent. How would you even build? What kind of team would you run with Marth?
I don't know. I mean, Peony actually would be pretty nice, focusing on her, because Peony is a little less focused on armor being a problem. So you could probably focus like on aerobatics sort of setups.
You're
Flyer,
right,
armor.
you're right. Okay, I'm confused. I really like Marth, but his role is weird, because he should be used offensively. But then he's armor, so he doesn't move well.
Yep. It makes things a bit odd.
I love everything he is up until the point you remember he's armor and doesn't move well. Okay, well, I still really like Marth. I think he can definitely lead a arena assault team at the very least, but dang, it would be more impressive if he does it in Aether raids, but it's just hard to... I think if you pair Marth up with something like Forsyth or Zephiel or Sothis even, then you got something there.
Yeah, something like that.
Because if he bonus doubles Sothis and you got Peony backing Sothis up, I think it's over. or even more stats. Yeah, because keep in mind, Peony has like 45 res 4?
4.
Yeah. So you would get that 7 res on her. So So that's exactly it. If you run it, okay, everyone has peony, everyone has air. So right away, Sothis is what, 40, 45 res? And then you have the 45 res, so it's like 52, and you get Marth's bonus double on that.
Yep.
Unless I'm mathing it wrong, she's like 59 res or something.
50, so it would be 40 base with her weapon. If you run a 4 to 5 res 4 buff on a bonus doubler, that should bring whopping 54.
54. Okay, so I did do something wrong. But yeah, that's the entire point, guys. Like, if you run Marth with Sothis, I think you start getting to really impressive points. Like at 54 res, and that's before like seals or whatnot. And keep in mind, every time you hit her, she heals back up. As long as she survives, essentially, is all you want to do with her. You wouldn't really need Nagi anymore because she should survive anyway.
Right.
Okay. So there you go. I think Marth with Sothis becomes a very impressive combination. Even Marth with Zephiel, Marth with Forsyth, you know how it goes. I think that's where he shines. But again, using him as a support hero is really awkward.
Yeah.
All right, let's just do one more comparison. Him and because that's the closest thing left.
I was wondering about that one. So Alm is 2 less HP, 1 more attack, 4 less speed, 4 less defense, and 3 less res.
What the heck? So he's basically better in everything but HP and attack? Sorry, or just attack?
Just attack.
Yeah, just attack.
I did not know Alm was that high in attack, comparatively, but yeah,
okay.
No, Marth is substantially faster. Super boon included.
But again, it's the awkward part that he doesn't move as well. But here, no, man, if he could heal himself up, I would be like, armor boots would be amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't get the
you know what?
Version of their Christmas weapon.
I think I might still prefer Jacob in general use, because at least his armor boots make perfect sense.
I mean, literally the only thing that Jacob has gone better regular bulk. Marth has speed bulk. On
no,
his
but I'm saying like bold fighter Jacob, which is a standard, would use.
Well, you also have more attack on Marth, so definitively speaking, Marth does more damage on his bold fighter, up to 4.
Oh, I guess you're right. You could just switch it to Marth, but that would be awkward.
It's awkward. Don't get me wrong, but Marth would have 36 speed. Jacob is 18.
But it doesn't matter, bold fighter.
No, it doesn't. Unless you're worried about wary fighter or actually tank intermittent.
Okay, I just want to ask chat. Chat, do you guys like the new Marth? Because I'm so conflicted. I like what he is. It's just when you think of usage scenarios, then it stops.
It gets, like, conceptually is amazing, but usage-wise, it's gonna be so weird.
Yeah. Crazy Chance says yes. Thanks for the follow, iSwordfish. Yes, trying to get him. Okay, well, we'll just move on to our final hero, our free hero, the barely seasonal hero. Come on, guys, look closely. He's not fully dressed up. He still has his normal daggers. This is not much of an attempt. Everybody else here has dressed up except for Jafar.
I mean, Marth and Elice, you could argue, you also could try. They just put red over their original clothes.
And well, at least they look good, and
they do look good.
The flower crown. Well, those aren't even flowers. What are those?
Holly, something like that.
I don't know. This forest stuff is weird. Okay, Angel of Night Jafar. He has 44 HP, 35 attack, 37 speed, 31 defense, 27 res. He's actually pretty damn 35, 37. Can you believe that? That's really good.
That is actually really good for free-to-play standards.
Wow.
Yeah. Jafar.
Okay.
I'm fine. Jafar, 174 BST, colored green dagger. Yes, he's colored, just in case you're wondering. Green
is that
dagger
racist?
Armor.
Sorry, go ahead.
Baby. Green dagger armor with 174 BST and irrelevant def super bane and res super boon.
Yeah.
But on his first merge, he gets HP, attack, and speed for a neutral.
One sec. Taman just says Sothis only cares for protecting Nino. What? Sothis? You mean Jafar? He looks like he hates being a reindeer. Dude, you wrote Sothis. You realize that, right? Sothis doesn't marry Nino. Okay, anyways, yes. If you guys saw our breakdown of the art video, Jafar got He got scammed by Nino, essentially. The only reason he's dressed up like this is for Nino. So, guy has a soft heart. What can you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what does he have? Because people don't actually know that right now.
They should, because they announced it yesterday.
Oh, that's true. It was PM1 made a video on it, and I was just like, damn him. I was gonna do that. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. So Jafar, the Angle Knight, has reciprocal aid. Def Respawn 3 is his 5-star skill, and Godar as his 4-star skill.
Okay, so wow, that's trash. Minty Cane Plus, okay, that's fine. But defense respawn and gold armor and reciprocal aid.
Defense respawn, it's pretty good, kid. Pretty okay for tanks, and it was previously only on Winterfell.
Okay, fine. Defense respawn, best thing about him.
Yeah, I mean, gold armor, it's still. I don't know why they did it again. It was on Elliewood previously. Though if I remember correctly, it was his 5-star skill, so that might be why.
Okay, well that's weird. How would you build him? Because using him defensively actually doesn't make sense. 35 attack, 37 speed. His offense.
You could use him defensively. 36 defense base. Not to mention he's healing every hit. You could.
Yeah.
It's a little weird, but you could.
Old fighter? No. Blade Tome? He's not a Tome hero.
I mean,
you guys are horrendous.
What? You could run Broadleaf Fan or the Cleaner.
Broadleaf Fan or the Cleaner? Really? He doesn't even move very well. I guess. You can buff him up super easily at least.
Yeah. They're the good damage weapons, all. But it's really hard to think about how to make a fast armor dagger.
That's colored.
That's colored.
I actually have no idea. The more I think about it, the weirder it is. Usually I would say just go bold fighter, but he doesn't really use it. But then 37 speed isn't amazing, so
39 with the refine is okay.
Oh my god. I got it.
What?
You do Fury 4 and you do Barb speed skill.
Basically just run a better Fury Desperation.
It's a better Fury Desperation. There you go. No, guys, don't do that. That's so stupid. Marth is better than Jafar. No, seriously, I can't think of anything. Bold fighter doesn't make sense. Special fighter is okay-ish, but he's green.
Yeah, I mean, you could run Fury, I guess, if you're really worried.
And he heals back up, so his Fury actually doesn't hurt him nearly as much.
Yeah, and he has good HP stat, surprisingly.
Oh.
Like, he has actually pretty good stats across the board, so Fury is pretty good.
Okay, let's think of a cheap build for everybody to use, because everybody gets him, and I definitely think you should use him. He's our TT hero, right?
Correct, and the TT has already started, so people
Oh, what? It started?
Yeah.
No, wait. No, it didn't.
Did it not? Oh, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, you dumped.
Today.
I was like, I have to play TT tonight?
Rude.
No. No.
I hate everything.
No, seriously, I can't think of anything for Jafar.
I'm still running the gears. Like, what do I do? I mean, if you want a cheap beast sled, but I don't know.
I give up. I'll just say Fury Desperation is a cheap build, and then the higher end build is Fury 4, our speed skill, whatever fighter it is.
Yep. Or you turn him into a real dagger, run Poison Strike, attack Savage Blow, sort of stuff.
Close counter, special fighter, I guess.
You could probably do that to some level of efficacy.
It's just weird because he's green. Okay, let's do a quick comparison. Him and Witch's Cecilia. I think that's not a direct comparison, but it's close enough.
Not a direct comparison, but they're the most lapped in their role. Let's see.
Did you just? Okay.
I hiccuped. So Cecilia, 3 less HP, equal attack, 14 less speed, 1 less defense, and 9 more res.
9 more res, so you can see where it went. It's like a speed and res trade mostly.
It's like, yeah, it's just a speed res trade. Though Cecilia has what now? 9 less BST.
9. Yeah. Wow, guys, you realize in a year that's a 9 BST difference?
Uh-huh.
Just 1
Dagger
year,
and
9
armor.
BST difference.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh.
so I would recommend getting Jafar. It's just kind of weird using him, and his dagger is good too. So it's I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's like I can't. It's like he's actually good. Say what you will about colored daggers, he's actually good, but I don't know what the hell to do with this guy.
Yeah. Does anybody know what to do with him? We're kind of
and
really stumped here.
Yeah, I could use him help with this.
Oh, by the way, yes, if he were colorless, he would be perfect. He would be right. He would be right up there. He would in most
he would
scenarios.
really just be in better some circumstances better than Winter Cecilia.
Yes, and he'd be comparable to like Kranya. Like you would be picking between him and Kranya and Winter Cecilia essentially. But a lot of times you'll pick Jafar because he has overall better BST.
Yeah, I mean he's still a good arena pick, and honestly, Green Dagger is a nice niche. But
Oh, thanks, MMHC
Yeah, you're
Ward.
right. I started the job with a master's degree, so I get paid well considering it's entry level.
Okay, I'm so glad I didn't remember wrong. That's what it felt like. Thank you so much, dude, for spreading the wealth. I'm glad your entry level job is paying you well. I just got, I did not get renewed, so my next week's my last week, but I'm glad for you too. Which, by the way, that also means I'm going full time in YouTube and Twitch for I don't know how long until I find another job. So
yeah,
I guess you'll
well,
see.
yeah,
What,
I guess I could be a little more full time on that.
yeah, so it's not completely like I would have preferred if I kept my job, but it's not completely bad because I always wanted to give YouTube and Twitch another full try now that I'm more mature and understand things better.
Yeah.
And I also just like using the word mature for myself. Hey, okay, Jafar. I think the last comparison left is just Kranya because I just want to hear it different. Because they actually seem kind of similar.
I saw Halloween Kagero.
Oh, Halloween Kagero. Yeah, that is a good one too. But the speed difference. Whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah. Kagero has 3 less HP, 3 more attack, 16 less speed, 1 more defense, and 5 more res. 6 more res.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're actually kind of comparable outside of speed.
Yeah, it's like Kagero is better in attack, but otherwise she's really just a little bulkier at the trait of any remote lick of speed.
Yep. Which is, by the way, guys, that also means you should definitely use Jafar. He's just really, really good. It's just hard to think of a definitive build. That's it.
Yeah, once you can figure out the build, then you have yourself a fantastic, somewhat niche unit. And as far as Kronia is concerned, equal HP, 4 less attack, 2 more speed, 9 less defense, and 1 less res.
Okay, so again, kind of similar outside that defense, completely getting nuked.
Yeah, no, she's in no way comparable bulk-wise, and she's slow. Well, she has way less attack and a little more speed.
Oh, you can't say really way less attack because she has a personal.
She does, so it's still 2 less.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways, Jafar, very interesting hero. No idea what to do with him.
Like, everything here is making me happy, except well, besides maybe Colored Dagger, except I have no idea what to do with this guy, so figure it out.
Figure it out. All right, chat. Okay, those are your heroes. Nino, Sothis, Zephiel, Marth, and Jafar. Let's go with the big question. Should you pull?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it really depends. Can you use armors well? And how committed are you?
Okay,
Because,
true.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have a duo yet, always I'd suggest at least 1 duo at some point.
Because
So
here's the
maybe
thing.
go for that.
Right. Here's the thing. This checks off a lot of things. You have 4 heroes, 2 of which are incredibly good, Sothis and Marth. You have Prime Fodder in Marth, Prime Fodder in Sothis. So that's at least half of that banner is very useful. Zephiel's very interesting pick, especially if you're a whale. And Nino's actually pretty damn good too, even though that bold fighter is kind of weird. So this banner has its values to it. So I can recommend it. But again, if you don't care about armor and you don't have an armor team and you don't know what to do with these heroes, don't bother. But Marth is really impressive. Sothis is really good as well.
I don't even think, like, even if you're not running an armor team, I think Sothis is at least still a good pick.
Yes, just running Sothis by herself could probably, especially if you get her next to Peony or something, Peony and Air, man, she will wipe teams out.
Mm-hmm.
And Jafar is interesting, but don't freaking clue.
Yeah, no clue what to do with the guy, but he is actually good. So, bet yourself a good free-to-play unit.
Again, guys, Fury Desperation, cheap build. More expensive build, Fury 4, bar speed skill. I keep forgetting what it's called.
I keep forgetting it too.
And then the prime build is close counter special fighter. But again, he's green, so it's
yeah, mileage may vary. You could, and then if you're really crazy, you invest into his bulk.
And of course, I'm pulling guys. So once this banner is out, I'm going for Nino, Sothis, and Marth. I'm actually tempted to do entire pulls, but again, Zephiel just don't like this concept here. All right, but that is your banner. But we're not done.